Well, hello, fellow RVers. This is Gary and Sharon, and alongside with our two dogs, Tara and Luna, we are Rough Road RV Life. Now, we are retired full-time RVers for 7 years.
We started in 2017, but we were stationary a year and a half. But we have been traveling the United States of America since 2019. So how many years is that?
Somewhere around 7. What we do every year, after we have finished our 2024 trip, which we just completed, well, I guess about a month ago now. And that trip was 5,182 miles, and we went through 12 different states. Some of those states we circled back and went through again, but we were through Florida, Georgia, South Carolina, North Carolina, Tennessee, West Virginia, Mississippi, Arkansas, Kentucky, Ohio, Pennsylvania, and Alabama.
And some of them twice.
And we did 44 stops.
Or 3 times.
During that 5,182 mile venture. So what we like to do is share our costs for what we spent on mainly 3 topics: food, fuel, and fees for that trip. We realize that there are other factors that you may want to consider in, like your insurance costs, which varies by the type of vehicle you got, the state you're in, the city you're in, all that other good stuff, deductibles, whatever.
It varies.
Repairs, you got maintenance, mail service, if you have a mail service, cell phone service, 1 carrier, 2 carriers, 3 carriers, all the carriers, memberships, variant payments if you're making like payments on your vehicle, your RV or whatever. All those are kind of personal, I guess you might say.
But these are considerations. If you are thinking about RV life, you will have to have insurance. You may have payments. You may need repairs. Maintenance, always. You've got to stay on top of things or you will have more repairs.
I mean, we had a few last year. Water heater, steps. Was another one? Slide out.
These are, we lucked out this year. We really
Water
did.
leak, yeah.
Getting your roof resealed regularly, things like that. So just keep in mind those things are going to vary depending on what you have and what you've done.
So now we're going to do the drum roll, and we're going to get into food, fuel, and fees for our travel months.
Our big 3.
Yes. Let's start out with food. How much does it cost to feed this? It cost $4,000 to feed me, $2,023 to feed her. So it cost us $6,023 is what we spent on groceries last year. That's groceries. That's not out to eat dinners, blah, 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 that's
but that
groceries.
Also includes 2 60-pound, almost 60-pound dogs.
Yes.
And their treats. So that can vary, but we're including food because different parts of the country, you're going to pay more or less for food. And sometimes all is available is like the little corner store that's going to have a lot more expensive prices.
Right.
So that's why we're including food. Our food came to $753 a month.
Including 2 dogs.
That's including our 2 dogs.
So that's what we spent on groceries.
And we eat relatively healthy.
Yeah, actually.
We do. We try to buy healthy food.
I know looks are deceiving, but really?
As healthy as possible. In some areas of the country, sometimes in some areas we've camped, there's not a lot of options. So then we just do the best we can.
Now for topic number 2 is fuel. What do we travel in? We travel in a Fleetwood Excursion. It's a 33-foot diesel pusher motorhome. And how much did we spend on diesel fuel? Well, we spent $1,893 or $237 a month to keep that diesel rolling.
That is another cost that can be variable too. If you travel more, you're going to spend more. If you travel less, you're going to spend less. We travel most months out of the year. So, of course, ours is going to be a little bit higher, but we don't travel very long distances. So
No.
We aren't traveling 9 hours a day, 2 tops, sometimes 3.
So that's our diesel fuel. Well, we also carry a tow vehicle. It's an Acura MDX. And we spent $1,288 on gasoline for that. Unfortunately, our car has to have the 91 octane, the high dollar stuff.
The premium.
Yeah. And we use the tow vehicle, obviously, for going to get groceries, going on excursions, back and forth to visit relatives and stuff like that. I mean, there are weeks where days where we don't even move the car, weeks, and another time it's every day going somewhere in it. But it was $1,288. We spent $161 a month on our tow vehicle.
And we like having a tow vehicle because some of these parks are quite spread out.
Yes.
You might need your car just to drive back up and register if the office is closed or whatever.
The last one here now is fees, or our mortgage payment.
This is a big one.
This is the big one. This is as much as the other two combined. Campground fees came to $9,308. That's what we paid for campground fees. That comes to $1,163 a month, or $40 a day for campground fees. Now, we didn't average that because we did some mooch docking and some lot docking. So we averaged out to $26 a day. But if I wanted to just go with strictly campgrounds, it would be $40 a day.
Right. And I think that's a little up from what we have spent in the past, but also we're a little more freer in our booking of sites than we were in the past. We're kind of turning into, I don't want to say softies, but we like 50 amp and we like sewer. And we have gone to a few touristy places, and you're just going to pay more for those campgrounds. But we paid anywhere from $20-something a night up to $80 a night. Now, we avoid those higher priced parks as much as possible, but sometimes if it's where we want to be or it's the only option, then we pay that. This can be variable though. This can be variable if you decide, as Gary said, like if you mooch dock or boondock, you can bring that price down. I try to do weekly, where weekly is available. If we're staying at a private park, you can get a little bit of a discount. If you want to be stationary in an area, I know a lot of people like to stay for a month and explore the area. And we did that once, and that was kind of cool. But you will get a monthly rate, and that's cheaper. And if you stay for a season, you can get a seasonal rate, and that's even cheaper. So there are many ways that you can offset those fee costs. Also with memberships, if memberships can bring that down a little bit. We only have a couple of memberships, but Army Corps Park, senior discounts, they help offset that if you are a senior. And Army Corps parks are priced reasonably just for anyone, I think.
Yes. And like she just said, I was going to allude to that, we are retired. And so we do get some pretty nice discounts in some places like Army Corps Parks, the state of Florida, our home state. We get pretty good discount there. And various discount rates throughout the country for being seniors, which if you're not a senior, you'll get there someday.
Hang in there. We made it. So
the whole purpose of retiring is to get that discount on that campground.
But anyway, we appreciate the state parks that do offer that discount. And again, like Army Corps parks do. And they also, there's other discounts. You'll see a lot of military discounts or disabled discounts. So always check when you're booking and see if there's a discount. You don't want to miss it. And sometimes you do have to look or ask about that discount to get the discount, any discount. I once got a discount for being an educator. So there you go.
That was our big three: food, fuel, and fees. And there's some other topics like we said up top. Like for my motorhome, I have to buy some DEF, but it wasn't much during the year. I think between DEF and propane, it was less than $150. So that wasn't a huge factor for us, but I didn't total it all up, but it was up there. 6 is 15, 16, 17, $18,000.
So I also want to mention some of those variables that we spoke about in the beginning of this video also include entertainment and eating out. That depends on, who, if you like to do those type of things or what kind of activities you like to do, that can vary. Also depending on your location. Some places we've been, there's not a lot to do. We'll go online and say, what is there to do here? Not a lot. And some places there's lots of things to do. So that's another thing to consider, any type of entertainment or miscellaneous that you're going to be spending money on while you're traveling around in your RV.
We're going to ask a question, which involves a question of asking a question. So the question that we want to ask is, do you have any questions for us that perhaps we could answer for you or help you out with some information on full-time RVing, maybe camping in general. And just go ahead and ask it down in the comments, and we will reply the best we can to the best of our knowledge. If we don't know, I guess we'll just say, we don't know.
We'll find out.
We'll find out.
When we do get comments on our YouTube channel, many times I will go and like, well, I don't know that off the top of my head. Let me look that up for you. Let me find out.
But we will do our level best to answer that.
Yes.
You can also, if you're interested in comparing, we do this every year, so we do have a 2023 video on food, fuel, and fees.
Somewhere.
Same with 2022, etc., all the way back.
Yes.
So you can check those out if you want to see, because some of those trips were a lot longer. Some of them were maybe a little shorter.
Yeah, it just depends on the year and where we're going. The trip that we went way out west, we spent a lot that year. We covered a lot of miles. And we came back a lot later than typical.
Stay tuned, because we're going to be leaving sometime, I think in May, starting our 2025 adventure. And not even sure where we're going yet. I think we're...
Okay, those of you with family can appreciate this. You've got weddings and babies being born and this and that. So we're waiting in a military family, waiting to find out where they're actually going to be so we can route ourselves in the right way. So sometimes you just really don't know where you're going to be going.
And if you get in that dilemma like we were in, kind of waiting for people to tell us where to go, sometimes the sites go away.
Yeah,
the longer you have to wait, the harder it is to get maybe the sites you want.
Yeah, you kind of have to, or not as many nights as you want, or you have to play musical campsites. So our advice after years of full-time RV travel is to book as early as possible, especially for touristy areas, holidays, and of course, always you want to be thinking of weekends, because these places fill up, and we had to wait on some people in 2024, and in doing so, we found ourselves kind of scrambling to find a site.
Yeah.
But you can always find a site. Don't listen to anyone telling you you cannot find a site, because we even found a whole month site in Florida at a reasonable price during snowbird season at the spur of the moment one year. So it can be done.
So I guess with all that being said, we would like to thank everybody 2024 for liking and subscribing our videos. We really appreciate it.
And commenting and all the encouragement we just really have some positive comments. I love you all for that. Thank you so much.
And to all those people we met out there while on the road,
yes.
Hi.
Hi.
Hope to see you again in 2025 somewhere out there. Isn't that a song, right?
Yeah. So if you appreciate these videos, and if they help you, if you find them helpful, do click like and subscribe, but also share so other people can see the videos.
So with all that being said, this is Gary and Sharon and Tara and Luna, our two 60-pound dogs.
Yes.
Our two bundles of joy.
They're our health plan. We
Yes.
walk 3 times a day. Rain, snow, cold.
Snow, it don't matter.
Heat.
Don't matter to them at all.
Yeah.
Take care, folks. Hope to see you on the road someday. Safe travels.
Take care. Bye.
Bye.
Well, I guess it's not our last look. We get a nice little view as we go over Pea Ridge Road. Drop off on the side. So this is 307 going south. We decided to go for it.